When you understand the power of switching your perspective, and when you understand that you always have a choice to go from being a depressive, chaotic state to being free, everything in life will change. You will be a different partner, you'll be a different mom, you will be different and unstoppable at work. You'll reclaim the most purposeful and free version of you. We often get trapped in feelings of inadequacy because of limiting beliefs that sometimes we may not even be aware about. The amount of undeserved guilt that we put ourselves in hinders us from having the ideal relationships, from love with our children, from our empowerment at work, from our courage, and even our dreams. Everything comes down to changing our own perspectives. This is something that we are all capable of, but none of us know how to make ourselves do it. Why does this happen to me? Once upon a time, I was constantly trapped by this question. And I think that most people who are having chaos in their life, or people who are desperate for healing, are continuously in search for that something to fill their emptiness. You may find that the more you ask this question, the more you spiral down a space of darkness and you end up with even more questions than answers. We want to change. We want to live a better life. We want to create more with our families. We want love. We want happiness. We want to be the best version of ourselves. This is the desire that consumes us. The first most important thing that I realized that was the turning point of my transformation was realizing that the answer was in me all along. After drowning myself in guilt and sorrow, the next morning I opened my eyes. I wasn't sure why, but that day, something was different. I'll never forget that very day, because that changed my life forever. Waking up, I was lying on my bed. My senses felt sharp. The room was brightly lit by the rays of the sun in the silence that filled the room. And then I heard a voice in my head that said, "Why am I punishing myself when he is the one who did something wrong? Why am I in pain? Why am I doing this to myself? This does not make me happy." And suddenly, everything felt clear. Everything lifted off my shoulders. For the first time in years, I felt good about myself. All that heaviness lifted off me, and I felt I had found myself again. In that unbelievable moment, I learned to forgive. In that moment, I learned that forgiveness was about being kind to myself. I learned that happiness was a choice. I started to think about all the things that I still had in my life. I have my daughter, I have my family, I have my friends, I have a roof over my head, and he had none of that. And I went on to question myself again. Did he take something away from me? No. I had everything and he had nothing. Did he make my daughter lose a father? Did he make me lose a husband? No. Because now I have a second chance to give my daughter a better father and to find a better husband for myself. And so, would I still allow him to see my daughter if she missed him? Why not? There's no longer the struggle of seeking justice from what's right or wrong. I no longer need him to validate my sufferings. The misery that I enclosed myself in for months suddenly became irrelevant, and that set me free. Free from the pain of a broken marriage, free from the guilt of not being a good mother, free from the worries at work, free from being in the depressive state that I was in, and most importantly, freedom from hatred. In one moment, my life turned around. What did it take? I changed my mind. I changed the way that I looked at things. I changed my perspective. I changed my attitude. I decided and made the choice to change. You see, Every human being has this. You are just one perspective away, which takes you from being at the bottom of the pit to climbing up and seeing the light. It is absolutely normal to feel emotions. It is normal to feel like things are not going the way that you wanted. But the difference between being stuck and freedom is a matter of choice. We get stuck because, as uncomfortable or scary as something may be, it becomes a comfort zone. But it's your job, your responsibility to really decide when enough is enough. Let me tell you the science behind a perspective change. Our brains actually do not know the difference between reality and imagination. And so the moment you ask yourself the right question, your state changes. Our thoughts are also formless energies without physical structure. So wouldn't it then be the easiest thing to change and transform? The moment you think to yourself, maybe, what if, why not? A whole host of different possibilities for your reality will be presented to you. Had I not told myself that enough is enough, I would not have been able to reclaim my life. A switch, a different perspective, a different view is all we need to move us from a world of pain to the best versions of ourselves. Hi there, it's Yen here, and thank you so much for watching this. If you know of someone who is committed to being on this journey of being free and of empowerment, tag them below or share this. I'd love to know how this video has impacted you and how you are committed to moving forward from here. Again, share this video and thank you for watching.